Call the meeting to order and record the members, or call the meeting to order at 7 and record the members present.
Shane Morris,
Here.
Kyle Rhodes,
Here.
Philip Kirkpatrick,
Here.
Robert Babcock, Amanda Schroeder.
Here.
Item 2 is consent agenda. The following items of a routine nature normally approved at board meetings will be approved by one vote unless any board member desires to have a separate vote on any or all these items. Consent agenda consists of the discussion, consideration, and approval of the following items. I didn't read the first part, and I couldn't remember what I thought I had it in my head. I've read that so many times.
If you have any questions, I'd be glad to answer them. A lot of this is already getting ready for next year. We have on there our student handbook. We, at this point in time, if there's new laws or something that comes down, we'll have an amendment to the book or something, but there's no changes from last year. OSAG, we don't have an actual number yet on that, so, but
Insurance.
we have to have it. OSAG is unemployment.
Oh, okay.
So you have to have that one.
Yeah.
Staff handbook, nothing new. Crisis management, nothing new. We did have to add an extra 6 hours on number V, because always before it's been 1,080 hours. They made us add another 6 hours and one more day to that. Nothing new on X, Y, Z.
Well, the only thing different on Y would be number 3, the
Oh,
different name.
Yes, yes. Also, just FYI, the legislators saying that we're going to give the teachers a $2,000 raise, which I think that's great. But if it goes through the formula, that's based on your number of kids that you have. And so we won't get $2,000 for every teacher. If they do it as a line item, then we'll get our money. And I haven't heard them say anything about they're going to have $2,000 plus our share of teacher retirement and Social Security and that sort of thing. So that'll be an additional thing if it is not a line item. So we won't know that until later on in the year.
Does anybody have any other questions about it or anything?
How does that work then? If you go ahead and give the raise, the
You have
$2,000?
to by law, and that means it just comes out of our,
And
it comes out of our pot.
Then it'd be 6 months before they will.
Well, they'll
approve
have
the
an
state.
answer by June of whether it's going to be in the budget or a line item, or if it's going to be separate
Before they adjourn.
before they adjourn.
So, but if they don't do it with a line item, it just comes out of our money, our general pots.
General fund?
And right now, we're in pretty good shape. Most of our expenses right now are just monthly expenses like everybody else has. And we've really got a pretty good carryover right now, but you know, we know how fast that can go too. So,
Well, if nobody has any questions or anything, I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
I'll second.
Rhodes,
Yes.
Kirkpatrick,
Yes.
Schroeder,
Yes.
Morris.
Yes. No, nothing on item 3 then. Item 4 is board discussion and possible action to enter into executive session. To board discussion and possible action to enter into board discussion and possible action to enter into executive session to discuss the following items. Oklahoma, discussion, employment, hiring, appointment, promotion, demotion, disciplining, and resignation of individual salaried officers or employees pursuant to Oklahoma Statute 25, Section 307, B1. Make the motion to go into executive session at 7:05.
8.
I'll make the motion we acknowledge the board's return to open session, 7:48.
I don't have to have a second on that, do I? I have a line for it. I don't have to have a second, do I?
you don't have to vote on it.
Okay.
You just acknowledge that we are back in open session.
Back in open session, okay, then it's 6, executive session compliance announcements. Only thing discussed for what's in item 4, no votes taken. 7, board discussion and possible action on employment, hiring, appointment, promotion, demotion, discipline of or resignation of individual salaried officers or employees.
I make the recommendation that we hire Retta Matthews and Kaylee Kleinen on temporary contracts for the 2026-27 school year.
I'll second it.
Did you make the motion?
Yeah.
Approved, okay. Is there a second?
I second.
Rhodes,
Yes.
Kirkpatrick,
Yes.
Schroeder,
Yes.
Morris.
Yes. Item 8 is board discussion and possible action to continue to accept approved concurrent enrollment post-secondary credits and AP courses as credits towards high school graduation.
I make that recommendation.
I'll make the motion, we approve that.
I'll second it.
Rhodes,
Yes.
Kirkpatrick,
Yes.
Schroeder,
Yes.
Morris.
Yes. Item 9 is board discussion and possible action on to accept dual enrollment credits, or did I just do, no. Dual enrollment credits including math and science from Northwest Technology Center.
And I make that recommendation that we accept dual enrollment credits.
I make the motion.
I'll second.
Rhodes,
Yes.
Kirkpatrick,
Yes.
Schroeder,
Yes.
Morris.
Yes. Item 10, board discussion and possible action on to adjunct Brooke Meyer as adjunct instructor for anatomy and physiology at Northwest Technology Center for fiscal year 2027.
And I make that recommendation. And we usually have a few kids that take that anatomy and physiology there.
Good. I'll make a motion to approve that.
I'll second.
Rhodes,
Yes.
Kirkpatrick,
Yes.
Schroeder,
Yes.
Morris.
Yes. Item 11 is board discussion and possible action on, what is it, school year 2026-27 CN Prime vendor renewal at Piggyback, that piggybacks off Edmond Public Schools for U.S. Foods.
I recommend this.
That's the best option, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
We've been doing that for
Several years, yes.
I wonder how many schools do that.
Quite a few.
Quite a few.
I make the motion.
We don't have any in the Panhandle because the vendors won't come out there.
I'll second.
Rhodes,
Yes.
Kirkpatrick,
Yes.
Schroeder,
Yes.
Morris.
Yes. Item 12 is board discussion and possible action to make senior trip a high school trip made every 4 years unless school has a larger group and needs to be divided out starting in May 2027 as graduates from class 2027 through 2030 attending May of 2027.
And I would certainly entertain your thoughts on this, but if we go, our thinking is if we go once every 4 years, we might actually have 10 kids to go. The way here in a couple of years or next year, we're going to have 4 kids to go.
It'd be an awful large
It'd
age
have to,
group.
yes, it would be,
Yeah.
I agree.
That's what
But with 4 kids, I have to do an awful lot of fundraising to earn their money too, so. But I entertain your thoughts on that.
I worry about maturity level
Yeah, that's,
on a trip like that. You know, freshmen.
the seniors,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
So would you care to make a motion, or do you want to table it? Do you want to just let it die for lack of motion, or?
I make a motion to table it for now.
Okay.
Does that need a second?
Yes, that
Yeah,
is.
I second.
All right, we need to
Hold
vote
up.
on
Now you
that.
have to do it.
Okay. Thought you could just table it.
Or you have to make a
Rhodes,
motion
Yes.
to.
Kirkpatrick,
Yes.
Schroeder,
Yes.
Morris.
Yes. Item 13 is board discussion and possible action to accept any resignations from Freedom Public Schools.
I have none.
Item 14, board discussion and possible action to hire support certified staff for fiscal year 27.
I have none at this time.
Item 15, board discussion and possible action on the realignment of the Board of Education.
The first office is the president, and then we have the vice president, which takes the place of the president if the president is not available, and the clerk who signs everything.
I like my clerk spot right
I'm
now.
sorry.
I like the clerk spot right now.
Well, you can nominate yourself,
Yeah.
or you can just leave it as is by acclamation, or, you can do however you so choose.
Not everybody speak at once.
With this many nominations, it's
I
hard to
know, right?
control the crowd. Bill,
Well,
thoughts?
I'm good with whatever you guys want to do. I'll do it again if you want me to.
The crickets are chirping off.
Amanda, any thoughts?
I'm just waiting. Phil looks like he has thoughts. I'd love to
Yeah,
hear
that's what
them.
was scaring
Yeah.
me.
I'd love to hear them.
Right now, we have Shane as the president, vice president is Phil, and Kyle's the clerk.
Do you want to stay in the vice president role?
Yeah, I can.
And you want to stay in as the
Yeah, I'm
clerk?
good there. Yeah.
Unless you would like the vice president's role.
Y'all can be president if you want to too. I mean, I wouldn't oppose.
I don't want to move till I have to. Let's put it that
So you want to make a
way. Yeah, I
motion?
make the motion to leave it the way it is. Really.
That's good with everybody. It's fine with me. I'll second it then.
Mhm.
Sorry, I'm taking notes. When I get it correctly.
Phil reluctantly accepted.
Good thing is you have a
Yeah.
It was
camera.
Rhodes and motion, correct? I mean, Rhodes and Morris.
Yeah.
To leave it as acclamation.
Yes.
Okay, Rhodes,
Yes.
Kirkpatrick,
Yes.
Schroeder,
Yes.
Morris.
Yes. Item 16 is board discussion and possible action on use of signature stamp for official signatures with permission before use of personnel, is that personnel, right?
Yes.
Personnel.
Personnel listed below, or new president and clerk.
And I would make that recommendation. There are times that we do need to use a stamp.
I'm good with that. They always call me before they do it.
Mhm.
So I
Yeah,
know, what's-
that was
I
the
know,
only-
I know you're signing it when you are, so.
Yeah, that was the only thing I wanted to know.
So are you making that motion?
I'm making that motion.
I'll second.
Rhodes,
Yes.
Kirkpatrick,
Yes.
Schroeder,
Yes.
Morris.
Yes.
New business, not much, I mean, we're winding the school year down. Monday night, 6 o'clock, we are having our FFA all sports banquet, so you're invited to that. We'll have a meal. And graduation,
May,
May 8th at 7.
baccalaureate's at 6, graduation's at 7.
Yeah,
And we have places for you on the stage, so,
I will not be at that one.
man, pardon?
I won't be at that one. I'll be in Stillwater,
Oh,
the
okay.
8th, for Caitlin's. So.
Oh, she's great.
I think
Good.
that's when Jack's graduating out of Garden City too.
Okay. Just let us
You
know
guys
so
have
we don't
fun.
put up 5 chairs. and-
We can hold down the fort.
It's
Yeah,
either
so-
the 8th or the 9th, I can't remember, I got two.
I was afraid.
It would make more sense the college one to be on a Saturday, but he just said his is on Friday, so
Yeah,
don't give me that.
and I think
It's a smaller
The
group
second,
on Fridays.
they're doing it at Tonka, Duke's wife's graduating there with her deal. I think that's when it's May, it's the week before, I know that.
So you get graduations all over the
Okay.
place.
Yeah,
I'm gonna document that down
But
just so we
we're
know.
finished, I said we were finishing up the state tests, and
yeah,
so we're about to call it a year.
sounds good.
Yes, good.
All right, well, I guess 18 is board to sign any documents as needed.
Yes.